yacht parking, I suppose. If you have a yacht, leave me a comment below. I'll let you know where to pick me up. And what you're looking out at is towards HULÄ'IA River. And we are looking at the KīPÜ or Hoary Head Mountain area. We're out by the airport. You're looking at the Hoary Head, which would be the English name of this mountain range. But historically, this is known as Hau'upu Ridge, in which it has been known in songs and Hawaiian poetry and story. Well, it's associated with a song, He Nani Hau'upu, which is actually a song about Oahu. But there are some similar names on Oahu and similar looking places on Oahu that the same names were given to. So when you went to other islands, you might find similar resources or similar looking scenes related to the same named areas but on other islands. Waimea is a name of a place here on Kaua'i, but it's also a name of a place on Oahu and also on the island of Hawaii. And Waimea, Hawaii is a beautiful area on the slopes, off the slopes, or on the slopes of Mauna Kea. When it comes to taking helicopter rides, you want to make sure you go up on a day after there's been some rain activity so that you're sure to see a maximum amount of waterfalls. We have Mount Wai'ale'ale, located on the island of Kaua'i. Its highest peak is 5,420 feet. It is known as the wettest spot on earth. So we are in abundance of waterfalls when we have rain, a good amount of rainfall. To the name Mount Wai'ale'ale. Wai'ale'ale means overflowing or rippling waters, because of course Wai'ale'ale being the wettest spot on earth, that's an appropriate name. This is also the only island that has a navigable river, and that's Wailua River. You can see Wailua River in my Wailua River Heiau Complex series in past videos. I invite you to watch those as well. good chances here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We've circled around towards Nāwiliwili Harbor, towards the Anchor Cove shopping center with everyone's favorite, my favorite, your favorite. I just came from there in Kaua'I. The ABC store located on the corner next to the glass shop. Located on the corner next to the ABC store, which is located on the corner next to the glass shop. This is known as Wilcox Road. Oh, here's an old sugar mill. And maybe some of you recognize this place. This was the place Harrison Ford began the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. He was not in South America for that opening, but here. And yours truly saw Harrison Ford at the wrap party for the movie 6 days, 7 nights, 6 days, whatever it was with Aunt Ash. I got to see Han Solo in the flesh. This is a traditional Loko'i'a. Loko means pond, i'a means fish in Hawaiian. We glide the vowels together and it's pronounced as Loko'i'a. Been referred to as Alakoko or Alakoko. There's a difference in the meaning there. But fish ponds were like the refrigerators of the old days. It's said that this was made by the MENEHUNE, and the MENEHUNE were said to be people that were po-po, or small in stature, meaning that they were husky and strong, and that they were a race of people here before other Polynesians or other peoples of the Pacific arrived, let's say. Some people say that they were like elvish. They would create huge works overnight, and if they were interrupted, they would abandon the spot. This is one of the most spectacular remnants that we have, and it was cleaned out by the organization of all the mangrove. You would have seen trees. Mangrove will grow right out of the ocean, and this is brackish and fresh water. Now the fish ponds were used, they have gates, and I believe the gates are going to be the areas over on the wall over there that you can see where the indentations are. Those gates would allow fish to swim in, keep certain ones of certain sizes with the gates in the pond. Fish were fed in ponds so that anytime you needed the protein resource, your fish were readily available. You're going to hear the helicopters go by because the airport is a mile or two away by air, and this is their first place on the route. This is the first place. Only part of our island is remote, and you can only get to it by air or hiking, and that starts at the north side of the island, up at KA, up in HAWAI'I. And you'll recognize this area from such movies as Raiders of the Lost Ark and some of the older movies like Diamond Head with Charlton Heston. Some of that was filmed right here on Kaua'I with this as the background. So fish ponds along with the agriculture, because in the taro patches, the wetland taro patches where they grew the taro, they had irrigation ditches, and even within those ponds there were fish, small fish that they would grow. And kalo is one of the healthiest foods. The traditional Hawaiian diet is one of the healthiest diets in the world, and that does not include spam. We're talking traditional protein, mostly seafood, and the kalo, which the whole plant can be eaten, and it's high in calcium and fiber, and the leaves are high in folic acid. So when Captain Cook first arrived in the Hawaiian Islands, he arrived on the west side here on the island of Kaua'I in 1770. And his journalists and he commented on what a high state of agriculture and aquaculture that the Hawaiians had compared to the other Polynesians, because when Captain Cook came, he was actually exploring the Pacific Ocean following the transient path of Venus, and it took him to the Cook Islands, where he was being familiarized with Polynesian culture and religion. But things did not work out well in the end for Captain Cook, and we'll talk about that one day, or ask questions in the comment. All right. Such as Poliahu, so you might want to check out that video. They have built large heiau, which are temples, stone-cut irrigation canals. One here, the MENEHUNE ditch on the west side where we just had a landslide, and many more fish ponds. These large enterprises needed many skilled craftsmen surrounded by a large labor force under organized leadership in order to accomplish the work. Their descendants remain today. Now, Kalokoi Anui o Alakoko, meaning the great fish pond of Alakoko, is situated in the Moku or Great Land Division of Puna Spring, in the Ahupua'a, that's a land division of Haiku, which means spoken word. In the Ili, it's a smaller division of land of Kapenu, to dip is what Kapenu means, flanked by the cliffs of Kamaluhale, the shade of the house, and Kamakopuna, the eye of Puna. The stream that once fed this pond is called Kaua'I. Across HULÄ'IA, Pride Up River, is the Ahupua'a of KīPÜ, dominated by the mountain Ha'upu, which means to fondly remember. The date of the pond's construction is estimated at the year 1430, nearly 600 years ago. And again, it has been taken care of by the people in Malamahula. Here we have another helicopter en route. And just a little bit about the restoration of HULÄ'IA. Ooh, the Hawaiian moon calendar is there. The phases of the moon. There's a chant that goes with that too. The refrigerator for fish in ancient and traditional Hawaii. Aloha'i Alakoko. Mahalo. Well, it's been quite an adventure on this episode with me, Seashell Surf. Don't forget to hit like, share the aloha by sharing the video with friends and family. Leave me a comment or a question below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and make sure you get notifications for all of the future and upcoming videos. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you all so much for joining me, Seashell Surf. As we say in Hawaiian, ahui ho, which means until we meet again. Have a wonderful day filled with aloha.